Batlings, before we close this year out, there's some things that I want to say. I think for many of us this year, we spent a lot of time trying to stay afloat. And I mean mentally, physically, and emotionally. We went through spurts of trying to figure out who we are and trying to protect our energy and navigating through the things that life threw our way. This year for me, I know that I personally struggled a lot with identity and with purpose and with knowing what direction I wanted my life to go in. I struggled with accepting who I am as a person and with just being myself. On top of that, I dealt with losing friendships and also losing my job. I don't think the topic of how hard it is to be yourself is really talked about enough. I'm introverted. I have bad social anxiety, and I have a big fear of being perceived by others. I moved throughout the past few years of my life not truly being myself, thinking and worrying about what the next person may feel about me and my hobbies, especially in relation to being goth. I am the only goth in my family, and every time I would come around to family events, and I was definitely the butt of the joke. I used to be afraid of judgment from people that really didn't matter, or who didn't know me, and who didn't really have a single impact on my life. I realized I was trying so hard to protect myself that I also confined myself and didn't let my personality shine through. I think realizing that being yourself isn't always easy, especially when you're constantly told that you're too much or you get hounded for being too different. I spent a lot of this year pushing myself to just be myself. At first, I was afraid of being perceived, and I was afraid to stop masking and code switching, but after returning back to content and just really making these videos over the last month and just putting myself on blast and pushing myself out of my comfort zone, I'm slowly throwing those masks away, and I've really found enjoyment in just being, saying, and acting like how I would if I were only around my friends. I learned that we don't hide ourselves because we don't love who we are or don't love our personal quirks, but it's more so because we're just tired of explaining ourselves and tired of being told that we're this or that or weird or whatever. I also know that procrastination was probably a big one for many of us this year. For me, for sure. Procrastination hits hard, and it's because there's so much shame attached to it. We feel guilty for not starting hobbies that we want to start or completing projects that we began months ago. Cough, me and my crochet project that I wanted to do. I wanted to make a crochet blanket. Started it, never finished it. We grew guilty for not doing enough, just for not being consistent or for not finishing what we said we would. I don't feel like it came from a place of laziness, at least not for me. I know I personally was very overwhelmed with this year. It's almost like it's ignored that when your mind is overloaded, or when you're unsure of yourself, or when you're just emotionally exhausted, it's hard to move forward with projects and hobbies and ideas. It's not as easy to move forward with confidence when there's so many outside factors. So, I just want to say, Batlings, that you shouldn't be hard on yourself if you didn't smash every single goal you had for yourself this year. I know I definitely didn't come close, but I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made this far. And I'm happy for your progress as well. I'd like to go into next year being happy about who I am and what I do. I'd like to go, into the next year actually tackling the things I want to achieve, even if it takes the entire year. I don't want to keep regretting not starting out of fear, or not starting because the perfectionist in me and like wouldn't be happy with the starting results. And that's something that I've really been struggling with, because I really, really, really want to learn art. I want to learn how to draw. I love to draw. I love character design, but I'm a perfectionist, and every time I start trying to learn how to draw and just start an art piece, I never finish it, because to me, I'm just not good enough when it takes time. So I kind of want to go into next year not with the mindset of a perfectionist, but with the mindset of like, eventually it will happen. Like, eventually it will be. I want to go into next year knowing that we have started something great in this coven, like where we really can be ourselves and push each other to better heights. And I feel like this is only the beginning, and I feel like we've kind of nailed that already. But before this year ends tonight, I just want to say that you don't need to punish yourself for what you didn't get done. You don't need to hate yourself into becoming better, or into starting, or into finishing. You don't have to be a completely new version of yourself for a fresh start. We all are allowed to enter the new year with unfinished ideas, goals, and duties. Like, we're allowed to move, whether slowly or fast. We're allowed to not know what the hell we're even gonna do, or what the hell we are doing. We're allowed to still be figuring things out. Sometimes growing looks like it's only learning and failing, or even sometimes only failing, but it's never a linear process, and that's something that I have to remind myself too. Like, again, with the art thing, like, I really have to remind myself about this, because this is something I've wanted to do for years, and I just keep holding myself back. Sometimes we just need more time in general for stuff regarding life. Like, we need time to recover, or to process, or to feel valid, to feel safe. We need time to understand what we're after, what we really want. And we also need time to see how things can turn out. Days, weeks, months, hours, minutes from now. We need time to be human. Not checking every box doesn't mean you've wasted your life away for the year. Not checking any box at all doesn't mean it's the final answer, and that we still can't go back and smash those or revise our checklist for the year. Surviving life and living life require two different amounts of energy, I've realized. And if you were surviving life this year, like me, I'm proud of you, because you made it through. If you were living life this year, I'm happy for you, because you deserve it after everything you may have been through. I personally can only hope that one day it's the same for me. I'd love to finally get out of that fight or flight mode and kind of just really live life and start to evolve and be happy with it, and just let go of like all the expectations of myself that I hold against myself, and not be so hard on myself, and just give myself a pat on the back. And I feel like, I know that there's people out there like me. I know that some of you guys are probably just like this, where it feels like you accomplish something, or you start something, or you learn something, but it's still not enough. Like, we don't give ourselves the credit. We don't give ourselves the credit. We don't sit and acknowledge our small accomplishments, and it probably stems from like our past or our childhood, where we would do something and like a parent or family member just wouldn't acknowledge it, even though you really want them to, or they'll just be like, you could have did better. But I don't know, it's just, I think it's something that I have to work on. Let me know if it's something that you have to work on too, or like if you relate to anything that I've yapped about in today's video. And always remember, I'm proud of you, even if you did absolutely nothing but survive today. And when you're ready, I'll see you next year.